Welcome back to Paint with Faith Live. Chevis Davis here, your life coach, your master artist, your best-selling author. Chevis Davis here to give you some more live painting classes with Paint with Faith Live here on Facebook. We're very excited, very encouraged for the people that's been tuning in. We're getting a lot of good support. We thank you for joining in. Again, we start at 1 p.m. Monday through Friday. The spring break session of Paint with Faith. Listen, grab your kids, grab your art materials, grab your parents if they're senior citizens, if they in a place where they can't go anywhere but they still want to do some art, you still want to do some activities with them, bring them with you. You can be able to have a painting session, you can have a watch party. Make sure you share this information, make sure you share this live feed because we're going to be doing these classes all week. We are already here on Wednesday, 3 days in. Very excited to be able to encourage and motivate people via the internet. This is something that we've been meaning to do for a while. Thanks to the situation, now we have an opportunity to be able to go live, to be on the internet, to have some classes that people can do virtually. And we're very excited about the movement and the progress of the business and what's been going on. We thank you again for the support. We're very excited because Paint with Faith normally will come to you, to your location. We'll bring the canvas, the easels, and the motivation and the art lesson. But in this particular time, in this particular season, we're able to do this, all over the world. For anyone who wants to tune in and do a painting class with us, they have the opportunity. So again, grab your materials, grab your family, share the link so we can have a watch party. If you want to support, again, our Cash App, our Zelle, and our PayPal is there and available if you want to be able to support what we're doing. If you want to support small businesses, we're here and we'll take any support that you're offering. Again, Paint with Faith Live, we're starting at 1 p.m. We give a few minutes, maybe 1:05 to get people the time to log on, let people know what we're about to do. Again, we are Paint with Faith, a motivational painting company that's mobile. We provide art lessons. We provide encouragement, and we want you to understand that we're just not an average painting class. We're a motivational painting class. And so before we get started, I'm going to take the lesson that we did on yesterday, and I'm going to take the story that I gave yesterday and bring it to the beginning of this class for the people who may not heard it. As the story goes, there was a man next to a cliff, and he was climbing, and he ended up slipping off the cliff. And he slid down the side of the cliff and he grabbed onto a tree, and he was hanging there for a time, and he kept screaming, "Help, help, is anyone there to help? Someone help me." And time was passing and he was hanging on for dear life, almost about to fall, and he kept screaming, "Help, help, is anyone there to help?" And then a voice came. A voice came and said, "I can help you." And he says, who is it? Who's there? He said, "It's me, God, I can help you." He said, "What do you want me to do?" He says, "Let go and trust me." And the guy thought, he was hanging there, he was pondering, he was nervous, he was scared. And he says, "Is anyone else there?" And see, sometimes in our life, we're in that very same situation where we're holding on to something, or we're stuck in a situation, or we're somewhere where we need help. And the one thing that's going to allow us to get the help that we need is letting go. And sometimes in our life, sometimes we got to let go of some things in order to be able to move forward. Sometimes we just got to be able to trust. Sometimes we got to be able to have that faith in ourselves to let go of that situation and be able to move forward. Just like the man hanging on the cliff, he was holding on. There was someone there to help him, but he refused the help that was offered. And then after that, there was detriment for him. So sometimes people are there to help you, and you got to be able to allow yourself to receive the help that people are offering to you. And most of all, you got to be able to trust the situation. It may look bleak, may look bad, may look dismal. But guess what? Sometimes you just got to be able to trust to be able to move forward. You may be holding on to something that you don't need to hold on to. You might be stuck in a situation that you may not necessarily have to be in. But this is an opportunity for you to be able to move forward if you trust and have faith. So with that said, within our painting class, you got to be able to trust what's going to be able to happen. We start off with a blank canvas, and as our motto goes, your life is a canvas painted with faith. We're going to start with a blank canvas. We're going to give you the step-by-step instructions to guide you through the process. We believe that you can do all things, and our goal is to make you believe that you can do all things as well. And so we want to be able to encourage you, motivate you through this process to be able to receive the lesson that you want to be able to receive. Again, we're a motivational painting class. We're taking a life coach, we're taking a motivational speaker, and we're taking a master artist. We're putting those three together, and that's where you get Paint with Faith. We believe that you can do all things. We believe that there's no mistakes in art, just room for opportunity. No mistakes in art, just room for opportunity. So you won't make any mistakes on the day. You might make a happy accident, but it's okay. Just keep moving forward, because there's no mistakes in art, just room for opportunity. We don't lose in this game, all right? We don't lose in these painting classes. We don't have any L's, all right? We only learn lessons. So any mistakes that you think you made in your life, it's just a lesson that you need to be able to observe and get from going forward. So in a few minutes, maybe about 2 minutes, we're gonna let some more people get on. We're gonna start our painting class for the day. If you want to, you could go back and see what we've done last week. We did a beautiful landscape, step by step. You can log back in, check that out on our live feed. And then the next day on Monday, we did easy parrot, colorful parrot. You can go back in, watch that video, like it, tell me what you think. Again, if you have been doing the classes with us, post what you've done. All right, I want to see what you're doing out there. Again, you don't need master materials. Okay, you can have a canvas, acrylic paint, watercolor. You can have whatever kind of paint you want, or you could just follow the steps with some color pencils, some markers, some crayons. Use whatever materials that you have in order to follow these steps, and you'll get a beautiful result just the same. Again, this is Paint with Faith Live. We're going to be starting the class in a few minutes. We're going to be doing something exciting on today, something that the kids can do. We're doing this every day for spring break week at 1 p.m. Tune in at 1 p.m. We're going to start right on time. I'm going to give you a motivation that you need to get started. We're going to give you everything that you need to get started. And with these classes, the best thing about the class is that we're going to be able to give you tips and techniques that you normally may not get in a normal setting for Paint with Faith. You're going to get a real art lesson from a real art teacher, and to be able to take that and go on and move forward with skills that you want to have. If you're looking for motivation, we're going to give you motivation, and we're going to give you some artistic skill. If you're looking for artistic skill, we're going to give you that as well. We're going to give you some motivation. So you'll be able to get everything you need within this class. We're very excited and ready to get you going. Now, some people think about fear of what's going on in the situation in the world, and fear is just false evidences appearing real. And I want you to take that fear, take that acronym, and you can switch it over to feeling excited and ready, because this situation is going to allow us to become a better person, a better individual than we came out before it. So if you went through this world phenomenon, this pandemic that's going on, and you come out the same, then something went wrong. Let me encourage you to be better on the other side of this than you have been in the past. I want you to understand that this is an opportunity for you to learn some things, to create some things, to write some things down, to encourage yourself, to read a book. Again, every week we post a book on our page. Top CEOs read 52 books a year. All right, the top CEOs, I mean Apple, Disney, Microsoft, they're reading at least 52 books a year, which means that's one book a week. I'm encouraging you to read one book a week. If you look back on my page, every Monday, every Sunday, we drop a book for you to read that we have read. And we want you to get that book, put it in your hand. And every book you read is going to have at least one nugget that you can use for the rest of your life. But I want you to at least read something. If you're not good at sitting down and reading, get an audio book. But I want you to get that information and put it in your mind. It's not a time for you to be sitting there just watching TV, watching Netflix, and doing all those things. That's not going to encourage you to make you better. This is the time to get better. This is the pruning season. This is the time for you to be planting those seeds within yourself to become better. Every business owner knows that you have to be able to work on yourself more than you work on your business. You got to be able to work on yourself more than you work on your job. You got to be able to work on yourself more than you trying to teach your kids. You got to be able to build yourself up in an even better position to be better for everybody else. When I was in the Fire Academy, the #1 rule is to be able to save yourself first so you can save someone else. All right? So we got to be able to pour into yourself, be better. I see you, George, in there. Go ahead and do what you got to do. I know you got a lot of great ideas out there, George, and I want you to go ahead and take this time to do it now, all right? I'm putting the work. This is the time. God has given us a span of time, all right? God has given us a great span of time to create and do the things that he put us here to do. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody is here to do something, and everybody should have a passion. If you haven't learned what your passion is yet, keep searching, keep looking for it. But everybody here on this earth has a purpose, and now is the time to figure out what that is and fulfill that purpose within yourself. I know I've gone on for a minute, but I want you to understand that there's some encouraging words that you need to be hearing, and I want to be able to be used to get that to you, because this is first and foremost a motivational painting company. We're not just about the art, but we're about the motivation. Paint with Faith. We're going to do Paint with Faith Live. Get your materials, get your markers, your crayons, your color pencils, get your oil pastels. You can do this with a pencil, and the steps will still be the same. You can follow along with these steps, and we're going to encourage you to do this beautiful painting on today. And we believe if you can do this painting, if you can start with this blank canvas, which represents your life, if you can grab that, pick it up, finish it. Now, you may think you may not like it at the end, but the most important piece is that you finish the goal. The goal is to finish this painting. All right, and if you can finish this painting, not being an artist, not knowing what you're doing, not seeing the steps beforehand, just walking out on faith, then what else could you achieve in your life with just some motivation, with just some guidance, and just some faith or belief in yourself and your abilities and what you can do? You can achieve anything with just that motivation, guidance, and faith in yourself. And with that faith alone, you should be able to achieve and even move mountains. So with that said, let's get started. Today we're going to be painting a sea turtle in the ocean, and it's not going to be a normal sea turtle. This is going to be a very creative and very fancy sea turtle. I'm going to give you the opportunity to be creative and do some simple steps, which is going to allow you to make your turtle a little bit more personal. All right, I'm going to give you the basic steps, but I want you to be able to kind of get free with this one. All right, the last two, again, we did the landscape. All right, on Friday we did the parrot. On Monday, and we did the beautiful flowers on yesterday. This one was my favorite so far that we've done. Go back and watch those videos if you would like to. But today we're going to be painting this fancy, fun turtle. All right, so grab your canvas. We're going to be using a small brush and a big brush. Again, this is a low budget class. You know, everybody doesn't have the art material. Art materials are expensive. If you don't know, art materials are expensive. Amazon, check it out. Walmart, Joann's Fabrics, Hobby Lobby. Go ahead and get your materials, and we're going to do that. So I'm using a Taklon brush with a plastic handle. The plastic handle allows us to leave it in the water if we forget to clean it, and the wood handles will swell up and they'll break apart. But Taklon brushes take a lick and keep on ticking. All right, so we have a paper plate here just with some colors on it, and I have a bowl of water, styrofoam bowl. Very low budget, so everyone is able to do this. All right, we want everybody to be able to do this. So if you don't have brown, all right, we're gonna make some orange. Art test number 1. Okay, if you don't have brown, you can use orange. So somebody type in how you make the color orange. All right, I'm gonna give you a second. Go ahead and type in how you make the color orange, and I'll show you the people that's watching. Again, this is an art lesson. We're gonna give you step-by-step tools, techniques that you can learn that we normally wouldn't do in the class. So somebody real quick, let me know how to make the color orange. I see my dad's on here. I appreciate it, Dad. Type in how you make orange. I know you're a beginning artist. You did a couple classes with me. So how do you make orange? Type it in for me, whoever's still in. You're going to get an extra credit for today if you know how to make the color orange. So we got a gold star waiting on you. How do you make the color orange? In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and use orange. I really want to use brown. If you have brown, we're going to use brown. If you don't, we're going to use orange. Anybody know how to make orange? If not, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So we don't contaminate the colors, we want to be able to mix colors up. So we'll take some yellow over here. This is how you make orange. Some yellow, get some red. We're going to mix it in, and we're going to make orange, all right? It's going to be a very deep, dark orange, but that's what we want right now. So you can use brown or orange for this step. We're going to use orange for the sake of people may not have that brown. And we're going to start, I'm using a 9x12 canvas on today, a little bit bigger to give myself a little bit more space. And we're going to do like a medium-sized arc right here in the middle, all right? So if you watch any artist before they do their work, they may hover over the page or the canvas or anything because they want to get their eyes to connect with their hand and have that coordination. Most artists have very good coordination. So we're going to make a little arc right here. We want to leave space. The head is going to be up here, and the bottom of the shell is going to be down there. We want to leave a little space on the end, so we don't want to make it too big. So we want to kind of imagine the head is already there and create a little arc right here, all right? Just a little arc. I'm going with orange. You can use brown if you want. Little arc right here, kind of like a rainbow shape, all right? You see that? Looking good, looking good. And then we're gonna work our way down, you know, towards the bottom, and we're gonna create kind of like a V shape, all right? A V shape. All right, mine's a little bit crooked. I'm gonna come back in right here. All right, a little V shape. All right, a little V shape right underneath. And we're gonna take that orange and we're gonna connect the two together. Come around and connect. This will help us create our shell. All right, this will be our shell for our turtle. Now, some of you may want to be creative. You may want to put your turtle on a gangster lean. That's fine as well. Right now, I'm just gonna give the basic steps, tools and techniques so you can be able to do this class. All right, so we got the shell shape, looking good, looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the big brush. We're gonna grab our big brush now. It'll make me a little bit more orange, a little bit more orange. If your shell is red, that's fine too. I mean, this is gonna be your painting, and you can feel free to do whatever you wanna be able to do with this painting. But I'm just gonna go ahead and fill the shell in with that orangey, that reddish color. Again, there's no mistakes in art, only room for opportunity. We don't have losses, we only have lessons. That's the only L that we're gonna take on today. All right, so we're gonna be able to bounce back from whatever happens. Just follow my lead. As the story we said in the beginning, sometimes you're holding on to something. Other times you gotta just be able to trust, all right? So just trust what I'm doing at this point. We're gonna give you the motivation, give you the guidance. And the faith, it's gotta come from you. The faith, it's gotta come from you, all right? So we're gonna smooth that out. Try to get all those clumps and lumps. And we're gonna smooth that shell out. That's looking good. I'm loving it, I'm loving it. All right, so we're gonna make that pointy bottom just like that. All right, so we got our shell in there. It's looking good, it's looking nice. There we go, very good, very good. All right, we're gonna go ahead and clean our brush off. Clean our brush off, go ahead and make sure our small brush is clean as well. Cleaning brushes is very important. Cleaning brush is very important because it's gonna be able to keep your brushes in a good situation where you can use them again. If you don't clean your brushes properly, when you come back to use them that second time, you got to buy some new brushes. And so we don't want to be wasteful with doing that. All right, so the next step, we're going to go ahead and create a little head for our turtle. We're just going to go up and then down, up and then down. All right, just a little head. You can make it as long as you want. Go up and just coming back down. All right, that'll be the head of our turtle. I'm sorry, small brush and green. Small brush and green. And we're going to create that head of that turtle. All right, give us some likes. Give us some hearts if you like what we're doing. Support us if you like what we're doing. Again, check out our Cash App, our PayPal. We take Zelle as well. Help us out through these situations. We're giving some free art classes for this week, 1 week only, to be able to encourage you through art. And we want to be able to support those who may be stuck in the house, the kids stuck from school, senior citizens may be stuck somewhere as well. But this is an activity you can do together as a family. That's what we're about. All right, next up, let's create some legs, all right? The little bottom legs are very short, so they're just gonna come and curve down just like that. All right, so we're just curving down just like that. All right, the best part about this virtual class, you can get up close and personal. And normally in our classes, I'm far away, I'm walking around. But right here, you up close and personal. You can follow what we're doing step by step. You don't have to miss anything. All right, we're gonna do another curve line and connect. All right, so we're gonna come right here. See that dot I just made? And we're just gonna curve to make that little fin. All right, that's looking good, looking good. All right, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. We're just gonna curve down, and then curve over. Same thing, step by step. All right, so we got these two little fins at the bottom, looking good. This turtle is swimming kind of fast. All right, here we go. How you doing, Sister Howard? Thanks for tuning in. Jason, thanks for watching, tuning in with us. We're doing a simple turtle on today, but it's going to be a fancy turtle, all right? We don't want it to just be boring. We're going to make it fancy. We're going to jazz it up at the end, all right? Next step, all right? Right on the sides here, we want to create that side fin, that big flipper that hangs off on the end. We're just going to curve down like we did before, curving down. This one will be a little bit longer, a little bit longer. A little bit longer coming down. All right. And then we'll curve again. Same type of curve, but we're going to end right here and come down to a point. All right, going to come down to a point. All right, looking good. Actually going to bring this up a little bit. I'm looking back at it. All right, no mistakes in art. Just room for opportunity. All right, that's looking good. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Curve down, try to balance it out. Try to keep it in proportion. I'm going to come all the way down. See where it lines up. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. All right, that's looking good. I'm liking that. I'm liking it. All right, looking good. So let's go ahead and fill that in. You can switch over to your big brush if you want. You can stay with the small brush if you want to have more control. Again, the small brush will give you control. The big brush will give you that speed. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just fill that in. I'm going to switch to my big brush. Get that edge real clean, real neat. Fill that in. Depending on how you paint, you could give the turtle a special type of texture. You can start seeing those strokes. I kind of like that look. All right, you can smooth it out if you want, but I want mine to have that little texture just to show that that turtle is not so flat, not so dead, and we want to be able to give it special type of texture. It's okay if I go over this little bit of orange. It's okay to overlap in art. Don't be so nervous. Don't be so stuck. All right, be able to move forward. In life, sometimes you may get stuck on the small stuff, and you want to be able to move forward, but you got to be able to let go of your inhibitions. You got to be able to move forward. You got to be able to let go. And art is a means and a way for you to do that, because you take a lot of chances in art. You never know how this thing's going to come out. And if you're an artist, give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Because sometimes in your head, you're like, man, I got this great idea for a painting. I got this great idea for a drawing. And then when you go ahead and do it, it doesn't look anything like you saw in your head. And sometimes that happens. And sometimes you may start off with something that you initially don't even want to work on. And then when it comes out, it's one of the greatest pieces you ever created. All right, that happens sometimes. So the key is you got to be able to move forward. You got to be able to trust yourself. You got to be able to trust the process. In life, there's some processes that you got to be able to go through, and you just got to be able to trust that's going to work out for the best. All right, so we're just filling in these areas. I'm painting kind of fast. It's okay. You know, I'm a professional. Been doing this for over 30 years. It's no problem. But take your time. There's no need for you to rush. No need for you to rush. That turtle is looking great, man. Wow. I'm proud of myself. Okay. It's looking good. I'm liking that. I'm liking it a lot. Let me fill in this little space right here. That's looking good. Take your time. There's no rush. You can always rewind. You can always go forward. You can always go back. This is a great thing about doing the virtual classes. I'm gonna go ahead and clean my brush off. All right. This is a great thing about the virtual classes, that you can be able to go back and go forward. And you know, if you want to make this painting again with different effects, different type of steps, different type of colors, you know, by all means do that. You know, by all means do that. It's a good job to be able to take your old painting and make another one right next to it, and you can have a whole collection of artwork with the same painting with different styles and different techniques, different colors that you may want to use to match, you know, what it looks like in your house, what it looks like for your family. You can do these as gifts for people. You take these steps and give it as a gift. Sometimes a gift made is even better than one that's bought in the store, because it takes the time, energy, and the effort, and it has a more sentimental value. So we're here at Paint with Faith Live, doing classes for this week only at 1 p.m. Share this with someone who has kids who may be stuck at home, some kids who want to be able to do some art and they don't have the opportunity because school is out. You can share this with someone who has a senior citizen at home, or if you're a senior citizen yourself and you want to be able to do some art lessons, some art classes that's simple, beginners level, but you can be able to advance through the process. We have all that for you as well. If you like what we're doing, you can give us a shout out, thumbs up, some hearts. If you want to hit the cash out, it's on there as well. We love your support for whatever we're doing. And this, again, we're a motivational painting company. We want to be able to motivate you and encourage you through art. So that's what we're going to do on today. And this is looking good so far. I'm loving it. I'm liking it. Give me some hearts, thumbs up if you're liking it as well. We're going to clean our brush off, and we're going to get some blue. Clean our brush off and get some blue. And we're going to go with the big brush, all right? And we're going to go right around the edges of this turtle, all right? We're just going to outline the turtle with the blue. I'm going to outline the turtle with the blue, All right, we're gonna take our time. This is the time where we gotta really focus. Really take our time. If you want to start with the small brush, all right. Some people may want to use a small brush to have that more control, and they don't want to mess up, so they'll take the small brush and just get those edges first. You have a little bit more control with the small brush. You can get those edges, make it nice and neat. You can, if you want to paint some things out, if you don't like the shape of your shell, if you don't like the shape of your fin, you could go in, make the fin smaller. All right, paint right over that green if you need to. That's fine as well. If you want to make some adjustments, you can do that with this blue. All right, if you want to make some adjustments, change some things around, you can do this with the blue. We're going to come around this fin nice and slow. Again, I'm using a small brush just to show you how you can have more control. Taking my time, slowing it down, and painting around that turtle so that my background is nice and neat. My turtle isn't getting messed up. Going around that face. All right. Very neat. I'm doing these special type of strokes too because I want to have a little bit of texture, and I like to see the strokes. You know, I don't want it to blend too much. I like to be able to see the strokes, kind of like Van Gogh, kind of like the Impressionist movement. Look that up if you don't know what an Impressionist is. You got Monet, Renoir, Degas, and all those artists who were in the Impressionist movement. That's a little art history for you. If you want your kids to learn some art history, you can go back and do that. Like Monet, I know we know Janelle Monáe. We also know Rembrandt, that toothpaste. You know, all those were Impressionist artists and the Impressionist movement. Actually, I think Rembrandt was the Renaissance, but just a little art lesson for you. Some kids don't even know what the Renaissance is. They never went through it. They never even talked about it, and that's something that you can learn in an art class, and only art classes. So history teachers, make sure y'all hit the Renaissance up. I know they know about the Harlem Renaissance, but they may not know where that term even comes from. So take the time to do that as well. So all right, we're just getting this small brush, cleaning up these edges real quick. And I'm just gonna go back with my big brush, knock it out, boom. Just pull away. I'm always gonna pull away from that line so that way I don't mess it up. Just pulling away, pulling away, pulling away now. Pulling away, pulling away, pulling away now. All right. If you know the reference, that's good. If not, that's fine as well. So we're just painting this turtle. It's gonna be a fancy turtle. I know it looks kind of regular right now, but we're gonna turn it up. We're gonna turn this turtle up towards the end. So stay tuned, stay live, stay active. And we're gonna turn this turtle up. We're gonna make him fancy. We're gonna give him a nice shell, give him a nice pattern, different techniques. All right, because we don't want this to just be a plain old turtle. Give myself some more blue. All right, remember your life is a canvas painted with faith. Motivational painting class, Paint with Faith. We're gonna do this till Friday at 1 p.m. every day until Friday. Share this with your friends, your family. Do this as a family. You can go to Walmart, you can go to Sam's, you can go to Joann's Fabrics. Get you some materials. Dollar store may even have some dollar canvases, you know, to be able to at least do the assignment and get through the lesson. All right, you can do this with color pencils. You can do this with markers. You can also do this with oil pastels or crayons. I mean, the steps are going to be the same, and you'll be able to do it just the same. All right, we're almost done with this background. All right, cleaning this out, looking good. Nice blue ocean water. I think I'm gonna go back in and make it a little bit more oceany as well. But nice blue water. When you go to the islands, Caribbean, you can see right through that water. When you go to the islands, it's so beautiful. And again, this is your painting, so you can put what type of effects that you want within this painting as well. All right, that's looking good. That's looking good. Very nice. So we got our turtle. We got him in the water. He's looking good so far. Get the right lighting on there. If you want to, you can always paint the sides. I prefer to always do that at the end so that, you know, while I'm painting, I can still hold it. All right, get these edges real nice. There we go. We got our turtle in the water so far. Now that we got the foundation of what we're doing, let's kind of jazz it up a little bit. Let's jazz it up a little bit. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do some details within the turtle. All right, so first thing we're going to do, we're going to outline a secondary shell. All right, I'm trying to decide which color I want to use for this to really get the full effect. I think I want to go with the brown. If you don't have brown, you can use a dark red, or you can add some green to your red just to make a darker version. All right, so I'm just going to take the brown. I'm going to go and make a secondary, and I'm just going to copy that shape. I'm going to use brown just for the sake of the lesson. All right, we're just going to copy the same shape and go around. We're going to leave a little edge on the shell of that turtle. All right, we're just going to leave a little edge on the shell of that turtle. All right, we're just going around, leaving a little edge on the shell of that turtle. All right, again, if you don't have brown, you can mix red with green. I can even show you what that looks like. Take some green, take a little bit of red, mix it together. Make a nice dark brownish color, or you can add some of your green to your orange. Give you a nice dark color. The color isn't important. What's important is what we're doing. All right, so it's going to give us that kind of neutral color, and that's what we want. All right, after we have that color, after we've made that shape, we're just going to go around the edge, and we're just going to make these little like curves. All right, just go all the way around the shell, make these little curves. All right, just these little curves. I don't mind what the color looks like at this point, because it's there for effect at this point. It's just there for effect. And we're just coming around, making these little U shapes so it can look more like a turtle. All right, it's looking good so far. I'm liking it. If you're liking it, give us some thumbs up, give us some hearts, give us some likes. Let me know what you think. All right, it's looking good. It's looking good. Looking real nice. Looking real nice. All right, here we go. So from there, we're going to create kind of a U shape. A U shape, just like that. Again, I just mixed some orange and some green, or you can mix red and green together. You just want to create a nice neutral color. You don't want to use black. You just want to have a neutral color that you can build this out with. All right, we're going to have that little nice U shape. Then we're going to create kind of like an oval shape right underneath. And yours may not be identical to mine. It may not be identical, and that's fine, because your life is your canvas, and our canvases are always going to look different. All right, so we're going to have that shape right there. We're going to try to squeeze another one in. Try to squeeze another one in. I'll squeeze another one in. That's fine. If it doesn't fit, it can hit those edges. All right, we got two in there. It's looking good. It's not right in the center, but that's okay. And then I'm going to just come one last arc. Just create that shape right there. That's looking good. It's looking nice. All right, again, this is going to be a special type of turtle. It's not going to be an average turtle. I'm going to make it a little bit different. And from there, we're going to create some more shapes. We're just going to go up and come here. All right, I'm going to come out. Just connect those curves all together. All right, that's looking nice. I like that. All right, so we're moving forward. Very nice. All right, again, we're going to just do these curves right here. Coming out. Looking good, very nice. We're doing this turtle here. Again, it's a motivational painting class. Excited to teach during the spring break. If you have some kids, have some friends with kids at the house, share this video. They can paint along with us. They can always go back and watch it. Right now, we got the shell almost done. It's looking nice. I'm liking it. I'm loving it. All right, give us some likes, give us some thumbs up if you think we're doing good. But that's the shell so far. All right, we're gonna build from that. All right, here we go. Now from there, I'm gonna use black and white to kind of hook up this turtle. Okay, I'm gonna use some black and white. First, I'm gonna grab some black, and I'm gonna give the turtles some eyes. All right, just a little space right here in the front. A little space right here in the front. All right, give our turtle some eyes. All right, don't have to be perfect. All right, it's looking good. All right, and then from that, this turtle is gonna have kind of like tattoo designs, more tribal type look. So we're gonna go with that look for this turtle. All right. So I'm gonna give 3 dots right here. 1, 2, 3. All right, 3 dots right there, just to give us, this tribal look. All right. And now I'm gonna outline the fins. I'm gonna come with the black. I'm gonna outline the fins. All right, we're gonna outline the fins. Now these steps, again, are optional. These steps are optional. You don't have to do all of these steps. If you like the turtle the way it is, if you want to use a different color, go for it. All right, I'm going to outline that fin. All right, I'm going to outline the shell. Taking my time, taking it slow. Outline the shell. Outlining the shell all the way around. All right, outlining the shell all the way around. Just cleaning up the edges. All right, again, we're going to make this a fancy turtle. We're getting there. We're going step by step. Again, your painting can be different than mine. Doesn't have to be the same. I'm just going to be a guide for you on today. And we're going to follow these steps all the way through. Again, if you want to veer away, do something different, feel free to be creative. I always say you're most like you're a creator when you create. So you're able to create your own version of this turtle. All right, I give you the basic steps and you can just kind of figure out what you want on the rest. All right, but if not, if you just want to stick to the script, so to speak, just come along with me. I appreciate the ride. Let's keep on going. Outlining the shell. Looking good, looking good. Steady hands. Taking our time, no need to rush. All right, it's looking good, very nice. Outline his head. Outlining the head, giving myself a little bit of space so I don't hit the eye. It's looking good, very nice. All right, we got the head going all the way around. Gonna do the fins on the side. It's looking good, looking good. Again, Paint with Faith Live here. Share this with your friends. Senior citizens may be in the house, need something to do. Get your materials from Michael's, get them from Joann's, Hobby Lobby. You can even get, I think, canvases from the dollar store at this point. But everybody can have something to do in the house. You can sit down as a family, have a watch party, and do these paintings live together, all right? That's what Paint with Faith is about. We can't come to you, but we're going to come to you virtually and live, all right? All right, so we got that done. Now we're going to give a tribal effect to our turtle. All right, we're just going to do kind of like a squiggly line here. I'm going to come around, all right? Swerving and coming around. You see that? So again, I said we're going to get fancy with this turtle. So we're going to come around, curve, and back out. Boom. All right, I said it's not going to be a normal turtle. I made you that promise. This is it. We're going to switch it up, switch the whole game up. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the leg. Smaller curve. Smaller curve. All right, being fancy. Curving around, opposite, coming through. All right, very nice, very nice. All right. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to create some swirls. And again, you can use different colors for these effects. You can do different things with them. I'm going to take the black again. I'm going to create some swirl effects right inside these shapes. Alright, I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing. This is not something that I want to rush because I want to be able to have some fun with this. You can do swirls, you can do stars, or you can do dots. You know, these you can choose what you want to do with these steps. Again, I'm going to do another swirl coming around. Alright, coming around. I want this black to be very opaque. Coming around. I want to end right on the edge. Alright, that's looking real nice. Again, swirl again, starting from the center, coming out, coming around. Doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, there's no mistakes in art. There's room for opportunity. We just learn it. If I don't like something, I can go back and paint it back out. Alright, it's really about the experience. Really about the process. Art is therapeutic. Even for an artist, you know. It can be therapeutic, and you'll be able to build different lessons from what you learn. All right, I'm going here again, swirl, swirl, coming all the way through. All right, filling up all that negative space. Very nice. I'm liking it. Thumbs up, hearts if you're liking it. Let me know what you think. Again, if you're painting with us, I want you to post what you've done. All right, I want to post what you've done. I'll give you a free class for that. Let me know what you think and what we're doing. All right, one last swirl going in this last shape. Boom, we got it. Very nice, very nice. All right, we're looking good. We're on our way. We're on our way. I'm gonna clean my brush off, and I'm gonna come small brush and white this time. Small brush and white. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create some bubbles in the background. All right, well, before I do that, let me go back. Let me go back a little bit because I said I was gonna do this and I forgot. I'm gonna mix some green and some blue together. I'm gonna mix some green and some blue together, and I want to kind of create this teal color right on these edges. All right, you can barely see it, but it's there. All right, just want to create something a little bit more variant on these edges. Some blue and some green right here on these edges. Just to create some gradient. Let me see if I throw a little white in there, what's going to happen. Yeah, let me throw a little white in there. Just to create some kind of variation so the background is not so plain. I don't want it to be too plain. Just throw a little bit of white in there. Just on the edges. Just on the edges. And if you want to create some seaweed or some plant life, you know, in there as well, go for it. I'll show you what it looked like. I'll take the chance for you. And you can just kind of throw in some plant life in there. I'm going to mix a little bit of brown with my green so I can get a little bit more darkness in it. But if you want to put some plant life coming from the bottom now we're here, starting at the bottom. All right, some plant life coming in. Don't have to be too realistic. I mean, we're underwater, things are blurry. So if you want to just create some plant life in there, feel free to do that. I'll do it for you so you can see what it looks like. If you don't want to take that chance, I want you to take some chances. I want you to kind of live a little. This is an opportunity for you to learn and create. All right, just gonna create some plant life at the bottom. If you don't like it, paint it out. Just get some blue. You can paint it right back out. It doesn't have to be there. All right, if you want to, you can paint it right back out. Wait a couple minutes, it'll dry, paint it out again. All right, so we got sea life stuff going on in the background. Going back to the small brush. Going back to the small brush in white. And we're gonna create some bubbles in the water for our sea turtle. So we'll just do a little circle. All right, create a little circle, and then we'll do a little shine like we did in the cartoon. See a little shine on the bubble. All right, and we'll create a few of those. Some of your bubbles can just be a circle filled in all white. Some of them can be open. All right, it's up to you. It's up to you. So I'm gonna just create a few bubbles wherever I want to put them. Some big ones, some small ones. Make sure you change up the size. Don't make them all the same size. All right, some little small ones. All right, give it that really oceany feel. All right. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like it. Just gonna put some bubbles down here at the bottom as well. Open bubbles, closed bubbles. Make a little shiny thing on it so it looks like a bubble. All right, so I'm looking good. Looking good, very nice. I'm liking it. Create a shiny so you make this one a little bit brighter too. All right, use your techniques all you want. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just trying to give the illusion of bubbles. Doesn't have to be too opaque. All right, just trying to juice it up a little bit. All right, it's looking good, looking good. I'm gonna clean my brush off and I'm going back to white again. I'm gonna create some effects on my turtle. I'm gonna lighten them up a little bit. So I'm gonna just go in, create some highlights on the turtle. All right, right where that line is, I'm just gonna create some highlights. All right, highlights just to give my turtle some contrast. All right, just going in, giving them some life right next to that line. Just putting a little quick stroke. All right, just to jazz it up. Now, I'm gonna make some very thin lines here. All right, so I'm gonna take my brush. See, my palette's all messy. I'm gonna take my brush, I'm gonna flatten out the brush one side, flatten it on the other side, because I wanna make some thin lines, so it needs to be flat. For wide lines, you're gonna hold the brush this way. All right, for thin lines, you're gonna turn the brush that way. All right, so you wanna make thin lines right here. I'm gonna go on with my thin lines. I'm just gonna give an accent. Not solid, but I'm gonna chop it up. Accent on these shapes, all right? Not trying to take over, just give a little bit of accent, all right? All right, not trying to take over. Then I'm gonna take small brush again. See those black swirls? I'm gonna do a white one right in the center. All right, white one. And then I'm gonna do another one right underneath, same thing. Going around, around, and around. It's looking good, all right? Very nice, very nice. I'm liking this turtle, I'm loving this turtle. I'm gonna take some of that white again. I'm gonna take my brush, I'm gonna flip it on the back side so I can make some small dots. And I'm gonna just give my turtle some character, all right? I did about 4 dots. You can do the same, you can do more, you can do less, but we want our turtle to kind of be fancy. I'm using the back of the brush, just doing some dots so our turtle can have some life, so it could be a tribal turtle. All right, just, you know, blinging them out, so to speak. Blinging them out. I'm using the back of the brush for more control. Doing about 4 dots here. All right, coming around the other side, doing a couple more dots. All right, it doesn't have to be perfect. We want to be able to just make this turtle a little bit more happy, a little bit more style, give him some swag, whatever you want to call it. I'm just gonna hook this turtle up so he's not out there looking plain. You want to be fashionable. All right, again, you can use different colors for this. You don't have to just use black and white. We're just hooking it up, making the turtle fancy. All right, coming in, see those details, what we coming in. All right, we can add more if we want. I'm gonna take some more white. I'm gonna just do it on the rims, you know. All right, this is the type of part of class where you just gotta be patient. You know, you don't have to rush the steps. You gotta be really close to the canvas. All right. And putting that white on top of that black creates a nice contrast. All right, a nice contrast. Contrast make things look a little bit more artistic and effective. I'm gonna bling out this shell just a little bit. We can even bring it inside this pattern right here. That black versus the white, you know, just does something for art, you know. Again, we're using the back of the brush, dipping it in the paint, and we're doing these small dots. All right, and I'm just experimenting here, you know, freestyling. You can do the same just to see what you're gonna get. All right, no mistakes in art. If you ever messed up on this part, you could just go back, paint it back over with black, do it again. All right, doing it again. All right, just freestyling, going in, thinking about what I want my turtle to look like. I never put a tail on there. If you want to put a tail on there, go for it. All right, go for it. I think I'm gonna go back in that shell with some black too. So I'm cleaning my brush off again, small brush, going in with the black, and I'm gonna actually go in with the black and just bring these lines out a little bit more. All right, just to give me a little bit more depth, give it a little bit more contrast. All right. So again, this is Paint with Faith Live. We're going to be doing this every day, 1 p.m. Join us. Have your kids join us. Have your family join us. You can watch this later. If you want to support what we're doing, you know, give us a shout out. Share these videos. And if you want to help us out, hit up our Cash App, hit up our PayPal. Go to our website, see what we're doing. Go to our Instagram, see what we're doing. This is good for homeschoolers. This is good for kids who may be stuck in the house and they want to do something artistic. We're going to be here for you, Paint with Faith Live. Doing it up here. I'm going to go on with the black again and kind of make my seaweed a little bit more prominent too. I'm going to just throw some seaweed in there in black. Throw some seaweed in there in black. Alright, this turtle is coming from the deep, dark parts of the ocean. So it's okay if that seaweed is black and dark. Just gonna give myself some balance in here. Art is about balance. What you do on one side, you gotta be able to do on the other side. Life is all about balance. You can't just work all day and not have any fun. You just can't have fun all day and not do any work. All right, life is about balance. Art is about balance. Art is life. All right, art imitates life. All right, we believe if you believe you can achieve. This is your goal, and today we're doing this beautiful turtle. Let's look at those details, all right? Let's look at those details of that turtle. We went in with a lot of details. I wanted to jazz this turtle up. I wanted to make it fancy, wanted to make it nice and neat. We wanted to make it cool. And we didn't just want it to be a plain turtle. Now, again, you don't have to just use black and white. All right, you could use some yellow in there. You could use some red. You can use some purple, all right? You can go in with some other colors, all right? We'll just take some yellow in there just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. You can use some other colors in there, all right? You don't just have to use black and white. I just use black and white for the sake of the shots, but you could add some yellow in there, all right? You can add some yellow to your shell. You can add some red, or you can add some oranges. You can add some purples in there. All right, this is a freedom of expression. This is a free art class. I always say you're more like you're a creator when you create. And I want you to be creative while you're doing these classes, all right? But not only be creative, but I want you to be motivated. I want you to be excited about what you're doing. I want you to take some chances. All right, if you're not going to do it with art, then what you going to do it with? All right, if you're not going to do it with this art lesson, then what can you do it with? But the class is a direct correlation of what you could be able to achieve in your life. Because if you can do this painting, if you can just follow along with this painting, then what else could you follow along with that's going to help you create the life that you want? All right. If you find the right mentor, the right teacher, the right coach, and you just follow all the steps. If you want to be a millionaire, you follow the steps of that same millionaire, you're going to be able to get to that millionaire status. If you watch a football player who went from the bottom and he made it to the top, made it to the NFL, if you watch and follow the steps that that person did, you can achieve that goal as well. If you want to be a great basketball player, a baseball player, any sport or athlete, you got to be able to see what those people did in the time off, the time that you weren't watching them, the time that they were putting in that work, the time where they finish practice and have practice after practice. The time where they were sitting at home looking at plays, looking at scripts, looking at what they needed to do to become better at what they do. That's where the real work happens. When nobody's watching, when you're sitting at home and you're like, I really want to achieve this goal, but you go ahead and turn on the TV, you turn on Netflix, you get on YouTube, you're not going to be able to achieve that goal. But it's when you turn those things off and you say, you know, I'm really going to focus on my goal. I'm going to write down the steps that's going to help me reach the level of success I want to reach. When I'm going to write down the steps that's going to take to help me get there, the people that I need to talk to, the investments that I need to make, those is what's going to really make you or take you to that next level of success. And that's going to help you reach your goal. This painting is just an example of that. We started with a blank canvas. And whatever your dream or goal or desire is, it's going to be on a blank canvas. And you got to be able to have the right motivation. Somebody telling you in your ear that you can do it. Someone coaching you, say you messed up here, fix it there. Someone that's going to help guide you to that next step. I'm a certified life coach. Then you're gonna need that guidance. Someone to say, hey, you shouldn't go that way, you should go this way. If you do this way, that will happen. That guidance is gonna help you get through those processes that may be kind of hard or difficult and that you don't understand. And then lastly, you gotta be able to have that faith in yourself, that belief in yourself, that desire in yourself, that strive in yourself, that push in yourself that's gonna help you get to that next level. That's what Paint with Faith is about. Those 3 steps can get you anywhere in your life. To get you to that next level of success or goal or dream or whatever you desire to have. If you have the motivation, if you don't have that motivation, get the motivation. If you don't have that guidance, get that guidance. If you don't have faith or belief in yourself, get that. Faith is not something that you obtain. Faith is something that you already have. You just have to be able to pull it out. And that's what Paint with Faith is about, to get you motivated, get you excited. And this is just an exercise. Like we said yesterday, exercise builds muscle, all right? If you exercise your faith, that faith muscle will get bigger and bigger, all right? You want to have an Incredible Hulk type of faith. You want to be able to have a Hulk Hogan type of faith. You want to be able to have the Arnold Schwarzenegger type of faith, all right? You want to be big and bulky in your faith, all right? But you got to do those faith push-ups. You got to be able to do those faith pull-ups. You got to do those faith crunches. You got to get all that exercise in there. You got to keep exercising that faith, saying, you know, I don't know if I can do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't know if I can take that leap, but I'm going to take that leap. I don't know if I can take that step, but I'm going to take that step. Those are acts of faith. And as you continue to do those lunges and those squats of faith, then those faith muscles will get bigger. Then those legs will get stronger. And you'll be able to make that hop, that leap, that jump, that step with the faith muscles you have in your legs to move forward and go forward. All right, so that's what Paint with Faith is about. We want to get you motivated. We want to get you excited. And painting is just an example of how you can go from nothing to greatness. How you go from nothing to goodness, to go from nothing to become a professional, and what you'll be able to do. A lot of people paint with me. A lot of senior citizens paint with me, 60, 70, 80, 90 years old, who have never painted in their lives, and they come out with these beautiful paintings and they say, you know, I never thought I can do this, but you helped me get through this class, and you helped me do this, and I didn't know that I can do this, but now I know that I can. And that's what Paint with Faith is about. This is called a canvas, all right? Not a canvas. You can do it if you believe that you can do it. All right, so we're almost to the end of this painting. We're almost to the end of the class. I think it came out very good. Let me know what you think. I said I was going to put some red on there. I went on a rant. Sorry about that. So let's put some red on there as well. I'm going to even put some red right on his face. All right. Maybe it's a girl, Turtle. She wanted to have some makeup on. So that jazz her up. If I take some of this red, put it on the fins as well. All right, put some red on the fins as well. All right, to hook it up. Don't want it to be too boring, too plain. All right, but we want you to be motivated. This is the time for you to create that dream of your life. God has given us a great span of time to be at home, to spend time with our kids, with our spouses, to do some things that we never done before. And I think if you've been meaning to write a book, now you got the time to do it. If you've been meaning to do a painting or a drawing, now's the time to do it. If you're meaning to write a song or make a beat, this is the time to do it. All right, so get to work, keep pushing. You might get discouraged, but you got to push through it. Somebody might say it's not good, but you got to push through it. You might say it's not good, but you got to push through it. All right. You got to be able to achieve your goals or dreams or whatever you desire in your life. You got to be able to push through it. You got to be able to keep driving. You got to keep going. Even though this painting is just an example of how you can get to that next step, I want you to get to that next step. I want you to push. I want you to keep going. I want you to strive to be greater, strive to be better. Don't just sit at home taking this time off to relax. Make sure you're putting in some work as well. It's okay to take a break every now and then, but if you got some goals that you're trying to hit, if you got some dreams that you're trying to achieve, if you got some steps that you want to be able to take, now is the time to do it. Take this break as an opportunity to be better. All right? Take this break as an opportunity to achieve something that you've never achieved or thought you would achieve in your life. All right? So take the time to do that. It's Chevy Davis here. We're doing Paint with Faith Live. If you like what we're doing, give us some thumbs up, give us some likes, shoot us up in our Cash App or our PayPal. We're very excited to have you. Thanks again for joining in. I want to close with this last step, and it's a quick story. One day this guy was looking to be great. He was looking to be successful. He was looking to be a great individual. And so he sought out the greatest teachers, okay? He sought out the best people to help him achieve his goal. And he found this great guru. And he said, Guru, how do I become great just like you? How can I become the greatest of my expertise, the greatest of my industry? And so the guru says, are you sure you want this lesson? And he says, yes, I need you to teach me the best way to become the best. And he says, okay, let's go. So he took him out to the beach. He says, are you sure you want to achieve this goal or this dream? He says, yes, I've been pushing, I've been working hard. I want to be able to achieve this goal, this lesson, and this dream. He says, okay, walk with me to the beach. So they walked out into the water, they got their feet wet. He says, Guru, I don't understand why you're taking me to the beach. I said I wanted to be able to learn how to be great, And he says, listen, just follow my lead. Sometimes we got to be able to trust. So the guru walked them out to the water. They got up to their waist. He says, Guru, what does this have to do with becoming great? He says, just follow my lead. Just trust what we're doing. So they got all the way down and the water was up to their neck. He says, Guru, I came to you because I heard that you was the best teacher of all. I heard that you was a guru that you was going to take me to that next level of success. I came to you because I know that you are great and I want to be great too, but I don't understand how to be great standing out here in the water. So the guru grabbed his hand, he put it on the guy's head, and he pushed him underwater. And the guy was struggling, he was fighting, and the guru just held his head down, just held it down. The guy's fighting, the guru's holding him down, not letting him come up. The guy can't breathe, he's pushing, he's kicking, he's fighting, and he finally lets him up. The guru lets the man up, and the guy's like, Guru, you were supposed to learn to teach me. You were supposed to learn you're supposed to teach me how to be great, how to be the best. You're over here drowning me. The guru said, let me ask you a question. Did you want to breathe? He said, yes, I want to breathe. He said, didn't you want to breathe? He said, yes, I wanted to breathe. He says, just like that, you got to go after your goals, your dreams, and your desires. You got to go so hard as if you want to be able to breathe. You got to want your goals, dreams, and desires so much like you want breath. Guys, try to stop breathing. Try to stop breathing. You got to be able to want your goals, your dreams, and your desires just as bad as you want to breathe in order to achieve them. And once you get to that level, once you feel that your life is synonymous with breathing and achieving your goals, then you'll know that you can reach that goal, that level of success. You got to want it as bad as you can breathe. If you've never drowned before or ever been in a situation where you've been hit in the stomach or somebody held your breath or stopped you from breathing, listen, when you wanted that breath, you wanted it bad. You wanted to breathe bad. And without that breath, you won't be able to survive. And that's the same type of desire, the same type of want that you got to have in order to reach your level of success that you want to be able to reach. You got to want it as bad as you want to breathe. And when you do that, you see your life change. Again, this is Paint with Faith Live. We painted a fancy turtle one today. We did a lot of special techniques and tools, and we went in. And again, Paint with Faith is a motivational painting company. We take a life coach like myself. We take a motivator like myself. And we take a master artist like myself. We bring those three things together, and we have Paint with Faith. Your life is a canvas. You got to be able to paint it with faith. If you believe, you can achieve. Whether you think you're right or you're wrong, you're going to be right. All right? So you got to be able to achieve your level of success. I think I messed that up. Whether you think you can or you can't. There you go. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're going to be right. The reason we use a canvas is because we believe that you can do it. All right? It's not called a canvas. It's called a canvas. And thank you for joining in on today. We're going to be doing this every day at 1 p.m. Let people know. Share with your family, your friends, your kids. Listen, you're going to be able to achieve your goals, your dreams, now that we have this amount of time to do it. Share this with somebody. Hit us up on the Cash App, PayPal. Your life is a canvas. Be able to paint it with faith. You can do it. You can do it, but you got to be able to want to do it. But we'll be here to help you achieve that goal. Hit me up if you have some questions about business or building what you're doing, or if you just need some motivation, hit us up. Paint with Faith Live. Follow our pages. Now's the time for you to get those books in your hands. Get a book. I share a book every day on my page. Every week, top CEOs are reading 52 books a year. I'm right on track. I'm actually ahead of the game. So I want you to go ahead and look at those books. Get some of those books. Every book has at least one nugget that will take you to that next level of success or help you be motivated to achieve your goals, your dreams, and your desires. I want to be able to do that and help you do that. So I thank you all for joining in today. If you enjoyed the painting, give us a shout out, give us a like, hit us up, support what we're doing. So far we've done the beautiful fancy turtle. We've done the colorful parrot. Yesterday we did the beautiful flowers. And we even done the nice landscape. You can go back and watch all of these videos and enjoy yourself. We're going to only be doing this for the week of spring break. Tell the kids, tell everybody, let them know that we're here to help and help you with your artistic needs and your motivation. Till next time, Paint with Faith Live. Hit us up tomorrow at 1 p.m. We're going to be on time. You be on time with us. Get your materials at Walmart, Sam's, Hobby Lobby, Michael's. Hit all those places up. Get your materials. I think they even got some stuff at the dollar store just to get the steps. Markers, crayons, color pencils. We can do it with all those. Thanks for joining in.